Everybody. So today is the second day of the month. Let's get into the second proverb. Okay. So this is all about the moral benefits of wisdom. Okay. So we need to see all the benefits. If people be wanting the benefits, what do I get? What do I get? I'm going to tell you what you're going to get. When you get wisdom, I'm going to tell you what you're about to get. Okay. So the second proverb starts by saying he's talking to his son. So King Solomon is talking to his son about wisdom. Like, you need to get wisdom. Let me tell you why. So he says, my son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, turning your ears to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding, indeed, if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, if you look for it as for silver and search for it in hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find knowledge of God. Okay, so they want you to search for wisdom like you searching for these coins. All right, search for understanding. Excuse me, y'all. Like you searching for my key. Where did I put my keys? Search for wisdom like that. My phone. Where is my phone at? Y'all know I can't do nothing without my phone. That's the way you need to search for wisdom. That's the way you need to search for understanding. Okay, so the key themes about this chapter, all right, is the value of wisdom. Wisdom brings knowledge, understanding, and protection. Okay, your phone don't bring no protection. Them keys don't bring no protection. Okay, you think your money brings protection, honey? Let me tell you about wisdom. If you got money and no wisdom, who wants to be rich with no? That's why I don't understand the idea of just being rich, just getting money, and you ain't got no wisdom to go with it. That's why you see people win the lottery and then it's gone because they have no wisdom. Okay, so God as the source, the Lord gives wisdom, and the Lord gives wisdom, and from him comes knowledge and understanding. Let me read that again. The Lord gives wisdom, and from him comes knowledge and understanding. Why am I struggling with from and for? Okay, anyway. Wisdom protects from evil. It guards against wicked men and immoral women. Okay, and it leads others to destruction. The rewards of wisdom. Those who walk in wisdom live upright, protected lives and inherited lands. Okay, protected lives and inherited lands. Ain't that what you want? Okay, people want to do all this stuff, but you gain all of those things and it's not protected. What in the world? We're not teaching our children wisdom. We're getting it, but are we teaching it to our children? What happened to looking back? We need to be teaching these kids wisdom. Okay, so the plain language, let me just break it on down, okay? So this is what you're going to take away with. If you truly want to live a good and safe life, chase after wisdom. Okay, don't settle for surface level understanding. God gives wisdom to those who seek it. So if you don't want wisdom, trust me, he ain't gonna give it to you. That's why I am giving you all these nuggets every day, because with all you're getting, get understanding. We cannot get on any levels, next level, nothing without wisdom. Who wants it? Who wants to get, who wants a doctor that didn't go to school? Who wants a let me not go there. There's so many things I can go with, y'all. Who want a president that didn't go to law school? That don't know the law. Let me get back to the word. Okay, if you truly want to live, I got to start over because I didn't get crossed. Anyway, if you truly want to live a good and safe life, chase after wisdom. Don't settle for surface level understanding. God gives wisdom to those who seek it, and that wisdom will keep you out of trouble and help you make right choices. Okay, it will keep you away from people who want to harm or mislead you. Y'all know it's some trifling people out here. Okay, we have met with, hung out with, and connected with some trifling people. That is not what God intends for you. Okay, so one of the famous quotes, these quotes that most people use from this chapter, relates to Proverbs 6, which says, "For the Lord giveth wisdom; out of his mouth comes knowledge and understanding." We want that. I want to hear exactly what the Lord's saying. I don't want to do nothing that's not gonna be that's not gonna keep me protected, keep me what I need to be, have create legacy for those behind me. That's what I want. Okay, so. True wisdom comes from God, not human effort, okay, or intelligence. Nothing that we can do, nothing that we can create came without wisdom from God. It's people that don't even know that God inspired them. Okay, it was something. Remember, say, you know what I was doing, and something told me. Who was that something? Was it just something? You know, I don't believe in God, but I'm a spiritual person. I believe in a higher power. Who is that spiritual person? Does he have a name? Is his name above all other names? Who is that, that thing you worship? But you have to use those terms with other people, okay? So, but anyway, this scripture that I quoted from Proverbs 2 and 6 is often used in sermons, devotions, and teachings, okay? So let me just tell you this. The thing about this scripture, okay, the scripture that the Lord giveth knowledge from his mouth and comes knowledge from understanding. I mean, you can use this for every area of your life. So let me give you some breakdowns, okay? So when it comes to relationships, wisdom gives you discernment in choosing who to trust. You single people out here, all the single ladies, all the single men, if you want a good person, okay, because my dad used to always say, you need to find somebody you can go to sleep. You can trust when you go to sleep, okay? Because at some point in time, you're going to rest. You're going to be weak. You're going to be vulnerable. Can you trust that person? Okay, so discernment, wisdom gives you discernment to choose who to trust, okay? Number 2, it helps you avoid toxic relationships, all right? You can, something ain't right about you. I ain't going to be able to do it. You fine, but I ain't going to be able to do it, okay? All right, so God's wisdom can alert you to unhealthy patterns, manipulative behaviors, and codependent dynamics. We don't want nobody that can't lean on the Lord or themselves. I mean, sometimes, if I'm drowning, you gonna make me drown. You ain't trying to help me. You ain't got no skills to swim. We just gonna be out here by ourselves. Guidance in conflict, okay? Wisdom gives you patience, grace, and truth. Because there are some times when you want to slap somebody, okay? And that wisdom will be like, you know what? There was a time I would have really just slapped you, because you really deserve that. But guess what? It ain't going to be for me. Okay, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna slap you with these words though. I'm gonna let you know what time it is. And if you do not walk away, I might have to go back to old behaviors. However, I want to thank God for his grace and mercy because I have grown up. Okay, I have grown up in this area. All right, that's what God will give you. He will give you guidance and conflict. Okay, wisdom helps you set boundaries. Love doesn't mean losing yourself, okay, or tolerating disrespect. Because what you won't do is, okay, I have this ain't it, okay. I have grown. There was a time. There it is. That's that wisdom. Okay, it helps you build healthy and purposeful relationships. So, in short, y'all, because I got to wrap this thing up. All right, wisdom protects your hearts, guides your choices, and leads to that leads you toward relationships that honor both God and yourself. If the relationship don't honor me and the Lord first, okay, and then I get a little residue. Okay, if God could be the main course and I could just be the dessert, okay, I'm good with that. All right. If I can just be the appetizer and God is the full meal, let me tell you something. Because sometimes an appetizer can be, okay, but you know what? This was good. Where Jesus at? Okay. That's what we need. Lastly, I want to give you some affirming words when it comes to this chapter. Okay. I trust that God gives me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, that's an affirmation for today. Another affirmation is I am guided by his truth in every relationship I enter. Come on, y'all. Come on, people. And this ain't just in romantic relationships. This is the money making, okay? Because we're talking about all the things, all right? When we out here you move to a new city, you got to meet people because you like relationships. You want to be around folks. I am guided by his truth in every relationship I enter. Every one of them, okay? And pray that over your kids, especially these teenagers, because they just got to have friends. We were all like that. So you want to make sure they have wisdom in every relationship, okay? The last one, I choose connections that reflect love, respect, and peace with God's wisdom. I clearly see and clearly seek with wisely, and I love with discernment. Okay, y'all. This is a long video. Hopefully, thank you for staying to the end. Everybody, everybody.